Now it is started. Okay, and where it is, just I have to see where it is. Okay, here. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Introduction to system programming. Though you can see it's lecture series 1, but we are covering the part of lecture series 2 also in this session. A system programming is a program which helps to execute users program effectively on a computer system. A very simple definition is given over here. With the help of this lecture, we are trying to understand the introduction to system programming, because our whole subject is telling about system programming. System programming. To understand this, first we should know about the definition, and the definition is telling is that system programming is a supportive part, or it helps the user's program. It helps to execute user's program effectively on computer system. In other words, we can say, do you know the convoy of PM? Yes, we know the convoy of PM. Can PM walk by its own? Yes, PM can walk by its own also. But if the convoy is there, that convoy helps the PM to move safely and effectively. So that convoy, here we compare it with system programming. Whatever the role of that convoy is equivalent to system programming. Computer software system is classified into two categories: system program and application program. Here with this line, it is covering the part of lecture number 2 also. Generally, computer software system is classified into two categories: system program and application program. म्हणजे काय रे बाबा, कम्प्युटरचे सॉफ्टवेअर किंवा कम्प्युटर सिस्टीम ही दोन भागांमध्ये विभागली आहे. एक सिस्टीम प्रोग्राम अँड ॲप्लिकेशन प्रोग्राम. सिस्टीम प्रोग्राम अँड ॲप्लिकेशन प्रोग्राम. What is system program and what is application program? That we have to see. First, we try to understand what exactly system program, right? System programming is nothing but a program which helps to execute users program in efficient way. Have you understand? म्हणजे मराठीत सिस्टीम प्रोग्रॅमिंग हे दुसरं तिसरं काही नसून युजरचा जो प्रोग्राम रन करण्यास मदत करणारं एक मॉड्यूल आहे, राइट? सिस्टीम प्रोग्रामिंग. अँड दॅट वी हॅव टू सी इन दिस लेक्चर. To start all these things, we have started कि generally softwares of computer system is divided into two parts: system softwares and application softwares. Many times we have seen that from first year we have seen that. Okay, system software is used for operating computer hardware. System software is used for operating computer hardware, whereas application software is used by user to perform specific tasks. This is the difference between system software and application software. Second difference is that system softwares are installed on computer when operating system is installed. Means what? It is installed at the time of operating system installation, whereas application softwares are installed according to the user's requirement. For examples, installation of MS Office, installation of PUBG game, all right, installation of any MySQL software, installation of Oracle software, installation of Python software, installation of CorelDRAW application, installation of LMS application like Canvas, like Google Meet, right, like Zoom. हे त्याचे वेगवेगळे ॲप्लिकेशन्स आहेत की जे आपण नंतरही इन्स्टॉल करतो, राइट. Third difference, in general the user does not interact with system software because it works in the background, right. Why? May keep in mind, we the user never works with or never interacts with system softwares because it works in the background, but we or the user always works or always interacts with the application software. For example, there is a desktop application software, first year engineering admission. What kind of experience do you have of such application? We always deal with such applications for fill the login form, registration, then merit list, then download the field application, then uploading a photo, sign, then creamy layer, then merit list, then option filling, then confirmation printout. All these things we always interact with that application software, whereas system software we never interact with system software. But system software is used to help execute user application software. Keep in mind, system software can run independently. It provides platform for running application softwares. System software runs independently, keep in mind always, whereas application software can't run independently. They can't run without the presence of system software. This is very much important difference between system software and application software. Means to install or to execute the applications or to execute any program with the help of application software, first there is a need of system software to do all these things. But if you want to run any system software, there is no need of any application software. With this we can conclude that application software is depend on system software, whereas system software is not depend on application software. Next difference, some examples of system softwares are compiler, assembler, debugger, driver. Keep in mind, if you are listening the things carefully, which softwares are called as system softwares, and we know that softwares are working behind the scene, means compiler, assembler, debugger, driver. These softwares are working behind the scene and helps the application software to run it very smoothly. Keep in mind, which are the examples of application software? Word processor, web browser, media players. These are the application softwares. Have you understand the difference between system software and application softwares? Many times you will come across with such question. Define system software, define application software, give the example of system software and give the example of application software. When such kinds of problem, with such kinds of questions you will face, at that time you should have knowledge about this compiler, assembler, debugger, driver. These are the system software, and the word processor, web browser, media player. These are the application softwares. Application softwares runs or it interacts with the user, whereas system software does not interact with the user. System software runs independently, whereas application software runs based on system software. Okay. Then some more difference between system programming and application programming. Up till now we have seen that. What we have seen that? We have seen the definition of system programming, then we have seen the two parts of computer system software and application software. This screen is showing different thing. It is showing system programming and application programming. In previous screenshot you have seen that system software and application software, right? Here system software and application software, but in this screen you can see system programming and application programming. See the difference between system programming and application programming. System programming is comprised of writing programs for assemblers, compilers, editors, etc. What is the name of our subject? System programming and operating system. System programming and operating system. And here the actual purpose of the subject that you can see, system programming. Why we have to study system programming? System programming we have to study for writing the programs for assemblers, compilers, editors. Why? What is assembler, compilers, editors, linkers, loaders? These are nothing but the system programs. This is nothing but the system softwares, and these softwares are very much mandatory to execute the application programs or application softwares. Have you understand? Against the system programs, first comparison in application programming, what you are seeing over there, application programming is used for providing means to facilitate applications such as management information system, Microsoft Word. Means what? Application programming is nothing but to do the programs or to write the programs for the programs like management information system, learning management system, enterprise resource planning, then supply chain management system, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, then the currently popular modules or applications like Google Meet, then Microsoft Teams, then Zoom. Over there, writing the programs is nothing but application programming. The subject is not dedicated to application programming. Subject is telling about system programming. Means if it is telling system programming means what? We have to understand which are the system softwares. Now up till now we have seen linker, loader, assembler, compiler, editor. These are the system softwares, and doing or writing the programs for such system softwares is nothing but system programming. The second difference or second thing that we have to understand regarding system programming, debugging is difficult, whereas in application programming debugging is not difficult. What is debugging? Debugging means to find out the solution for any problem. It's normally termed as debugging. The third difference, that is fault fixing, is not easy but reliable, whereas in application programming fault fixing is easy and reliable. Okay, have you understand? If the fault occurs in system program, then the fixing of that fault which occurs in the system softwares is not easy, and again it is not reliable also. Means it takes the time to fix the problem, and when we fix that problem, it is not reliable. Again, means such a dangerous thing over here in system programming, whereas in application it is a simple. In system programming, programmer used to build application, example operating system, DBMS, etc. I think you have started your DBMS subject, database management system. What is database management system? That database management system is the application is created with the help of system programming. The database management system is the application is created with the help of system programming. Keep in mind. Here, again, operating system is also an application which is created with the help of system programming. Whereas in application programming, programmers build applications like website, video, games, and all these things, right? So this difference gives the clear-cut idea to us. System programming means what? Application programming means what? System programming makes machine to do work, and application programming makes system program to do work. म्हणजे काय की सिस्टीम प्रोग्राम ही मशीनला कार्यक्षम बनवते आणि ॲप्लिकेशन प्रोग्रामिंग ही प्रोग्रामला कार्यक्षम बनवते, राइट? सिस्टीमला कार्यक्षम बनवते. This is the difference between system programming and application programming. Then the next thing that we have to see, which thing we have to see? If you are there, please say what you are seeing over there. What you are seeing over there? Elements of programming environment. Pratik, are you there? Pratik?
Yes, sir.
What you can see? Just tell me, Pratik. Samiksha Bhalerao, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Bhalerao, मला सांगा की ॲप्लिकेशन प्रोग्रामचे एक्झाम्पल्स कोणते आहेत?
वेब ब्राउझर.
कोणतं वेब ब्राउझर? माहित आहे ना? ओके, काही अडचण नाही. वेब ब्राउझर इज करेक्ट. Chrome is web browser, Mozilla is web browser, Opera is web browser, WC is one web browser, right? Very good. It is a application programming. Then just tell me which are the system programs or system softwares. Samruddhi Rokde.
Yes, sir.
Samruddhi, which softwares are system softwares? Example?
Compiler, debugger.
Very good. Compiler, assembler, loader, micro preprocessor, editor, device driver, operating system. These are the system softwares, and system softwares works behind the scene. And system softwares are used to help. System softwares are used to help application softwares execution effectively. बरोबर ना? बरोबर का? कशासाठी वापरतात सिस्टीम सॉफ्टवेअर? ॲप्लिकेशन सॉफ्टवेअरचं एक्झिक्युशन स्मूथली होण्यासाठी. ओके, नाउ सी सिस्टीम सॉफ्टवेअर वी नो दॅट. कशासाठी वापरतात? वी नो दॅट. नाउ द टॉपिक इज दॅट system programming. System programming is nothing but writing the program for system softwares. And which are the softwares are called as system softwares that you can see over here. So to writing the program for the points that or the softwares which you can see over here is nothing but system programming. Okay, the environment for this programming or the elements of the programming environment is all about assembler, loader and linker, micro preprocessor, compiler, editor, debugger, device driver, operating system. Keep in mind, just read it by heart. Elements of programming environment, because system programming is nothing but writing the program for assembler, writing the program for compiler. So all these things which you can see over here are elements of programming environment. Just read it by heart. Assembler, loader and linker, micro preprocessor, compiler, editor, debugger, device driver, operating system. Okay, then let's see one by one. What is this? This is nothing but elements of programming environment. In other words, we can say these are nothing but system software. try to understand what exactly it is. We know up till now we have understand की बाबा हे सिस्टीम सॉफ्टवेअर आहेत, पण यांचा रोल काय आहे? ओके, फर्स्ट वन असेंबलर. Assembler, what is assembler? Assembler is system software. Okay.
मॅन्डेटरी आहे का, म्हणजे कंपल्सरी का? ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये काय काय येतं तिथं? संघटना नाही, घरी आलो मॅडमला फोन कर ना ऑर्गनायझेशन.
Here you can see assembler. An assembler is a program that converts assembly language into machine code. It takes the basic commands and operations from assembly code and converts them into binary code that can be recognized by specific type of processor. Okay, this is the very much important information about assembler. Assembler is system software, we know that. Assembler is a system software. For what purpose assembler we use? Assembler we use to convert assembly language into machine code. मला सांगा, मशीन कोणती भाषा ओळखतं? मशीन म्हणजे आपला कम्प्युटर. कोण? समृद्धी. इफ समृद्धी इज लिसनिंग माय वॉइस, टेल मी, मशीन ओनली अंडरस्टँड विच लँग्वेज? सांगा. हॅलो हॅलो हॅलो, आर यू लिसनिंग और नॉट? ओके, नो प्रॉब्लेम. हाँ, यस, हॅलो. मशीन. अरे मशीन कोणती भाषा ओळखतं? बायनरी म्हणजे काय रे बाबा?
Zeros and ones.
But if we write the programming assembly language, computer cannot understand or system cannot understand. To convert that assembly language into machine code is nothing but a binary language, right? Machine code is nothing but binary language. Okay. So to convert into machine code, we required assembler, system software. Okay. This is the information about assembler. If somewhere after 2 years, 3 years in company, if someone asks to you, what is assembler? Assembler is a system software which is used to convert the assembly language into machine code. Why machine code? Because machine code is nothing but the binary code. Binary code is nothing but the information in the form of zeros and one, and machine can only understand the information which is in the 0 and 1. So assembler is very useful to convert the assembly language into machine code. So that's why the machine understand the machine code. This is about assembler. Then the second line which you can see over here, an assembler enables software and application developers to access, operate and manage a computer's hardware architecture and components. So it gives the facility to the users regarding this line. An assembler is sometimes referred to as a compiler of assembly language. It also provides the service of an interpreter. Please keep in mind, assembler is also called as compiler of assembly language. When it is called as compiler, it is when it is related with the only assembly language. When the assembler is called as compiler, because we have seen that assembler is system software, compiler is again another different system software. And what we are seeing over here, assembler is called as compiler, but it is called as compiler only and in the environment of assembly language. Right? Sometimes it is called as interpreter also, but interpreter is a different thing again. So keep in mind. normal structure which you can see over here, the role of assembler, how the assembler plays the role. The input to the assembler is assembly language, input to the assembler is assembly language, then assembler converts into machine code, and here you can see the output in the form of machine language program. Okay. Then next, linker and loader. First we have seen assembler. Assembler is nothing but system software which is used to convert the assembly language into machine code. Then the next, linker and loader. These are also a system software. Let's see what exactly linker is. A linker combines one or more object files and possible some library code into either some executables, comma, some library or a list of error message. Have you understand? It combines one or more object files. It combines one or more object files. When the object file comes or when the object files are created, here you can see we have source program. Suppose source program is C++. We have typed a source program, that is hash iostream.h, then opening curly bracket, int, then cin, cout, closing curly bracket, and all these things. This is our source program. That source program is an input to the compiler, means compiler compiles that source program, and after compiling the source program, that program is converted into different object files. That object files of different source programs is linked. It's linked, and linker links it and make it executable program. Means where the links plays the role in between compiler and executable program, right? Where it plays the role in between compiler and executable program. Then next, a loader. A loader reads the executable code into memory, does some address translation and tries to run the program, resulting in a running program or an error message. Means what? आता बाबा सोर्स प्रोग्राम कंपाइल केला, त्याच्या ज्या ऑब्जेक्ट फाईल तयार झाल्या त्या लिंक केल्या, लिंक केलेल्या सगळ्या ऑब्जेक्ट फाइल्स आता एक्झिक्युटेबल प्रोग्राम बनला. मग तो एक्झिक्युटेबल प्रोग्राम लोडर कुठे टाकतो? मेमरी मध्ये, राइट? हा एक्झिक्युटेबल प्रोग्राम लोडर मेमरी मध्ये टाकतो, and then it becomes ready for the execution. Either it executes the program or it shows the error message, or both. Means loader means, for our understanding, we can say that loader is the last stage. Loader is the last stage in the execution of program. In the execution of program road, right? Have you understand what is the role of linker? Linker links the different objects files, is generated by the compiler and make it executable one. And what is the role of loader? Loader loads the executable file into main memory. Okay. Then macro preprocessor. It is a one kind of system software. What is that? Macro provide an easy and efficient solution to the problem of repeatedly needing sequence of instructions. Sometimes to execute any program, a repeatedly sequence of instructions is needed. Macro is nothing but a label or a bunch of instructions which we repeatedly use in our program. A preprocessor, generally considered as a part of compiler, is a tool that produces input for compilers. It deals with macro processing, augmentation, file inclusion, language extension. This is the role of macro preprocessor. The macro preprocessor accepts an assembly language program containing macro definitions and macro calls and translate into assembly program which does not contain any macros. Means the role of macroprocessor is कि it deals with macro processing, augmentation, file inclusion, language extension, right. So the entire operating system is written as series of macro definition and macro calls. Very important line. Entire operating system is written as series of macro definitions and macro calls. Through this diagram you can understand assembly language program with macroprocessor, and output is assembly language program without macro. Macro म्हणजे काय रे बाबा? मॅक्रो म्हणजे छोटे छोटे छोट्या इन्स्ट्रक्शन सेट की ज्या रिपीटेडली वापरतात, अशा रिपीटेडली वापरलेल्या जाणाऱ्या चंकचा उपयोग असेंब्ली लँग्वेजमध्ये केला जातो. मग असे असेंब्ली लँग्वेजचे मॅक्रो प्रीप्रोसेसरने प्रोसेस करून त्याला फक्त असेंब्ली लँग्वेज प्रोग्राममध्ये कन्वर्ट केलं जातं विदाउट मायक्रो. ओके. Then next is that compiler. Compiler is a program that converts high level language to assembly language. Similarly, an assembler is a program that converts the assembly language to machine level. Example, turbo compiler for C language. बाबांनो ध्यानात घ्या, असेंबलर असेंब्ली लँग्वेज कन्वर्ट करतो मशीन मध्ये आणि कंपायलर हा हाय लेवल लँग्वेज कन्वर्ट करतो मशीन लँग्वेज मध्ये. बरोबर. मग हाय लेवल लँग्वेज कोणत्या आहेत बाबा? तुमच्या C+, जावा, पायथॉन, दीज आर द हाय लेवल लँग्वेज. आणि त्या म्हणजे मध्ये कोड लिहिल्यावर तो कंपाइल करून आपण त्याला लो लेवल लँग्वेज मध्ये अर्थात ऑब्जेक्ट कोड मध्ये करतो. सो म्हणजे लो लेवल लँग्वेज प्रोग्राम मध्ये किंवा ऑब्जेक्ट कोड मध्ये जर कन्वर्ट करायचं असेल सोर्स कोडला तर आपण कंपायलर वापरतो, राइट. देन interpreter is the middle part between output and source code, but for what purpose the interpreter system software is used? An interpreter like compiler translates high level language into low level machine language, right. It is like a compiler. Interpreter is like a compiler. It converts high level language into low level language. The difference lies in the way they read the source code or input, right. A compiler reads the whole source code at once, creates tokens, checks semantics, generates intermediate code, executes the whole program, and may involves many passes. In contrast, interpreter reads statement from the input, converts it into intermediate code, execute it, then takes the next statement. This is the major difference between interpreter. Compiler converts the whole program or compile whole program, whereas interpreter interprets the one line, then converts it into machine code, right. This is the difference between. Then editor or text editors are software programs that enables the user to create and edit the text files, right. Which are the different editors? You know that up till now. Notepad, WordPad are some of the common editors used on Windows OS, and VI, Jet, Pico are the editors used on Unix OS, right. Okay. We are seeing very fastly all these things, but then debugger. A debugger program is one that allows the user to view another program line by line. This allows the user to identify incorrect code and find out how program flows. This is the definition of debugger. Okay. We have time constraints, so okay. Debugger is used for what? Debugger is used to check a flow of line by line from different view, right? Then operating system. An operating system is most important software that runs on computer. It manages the computer's memory and processes as well as all its softwares and hardwares. It also allows you to communicate with computer without knowing how to speak the computer language. Following are the functions of OS: memory management, processor management, device management, file management, security. Means in simple word, operating system is nothing but the middleware between system software and application software, or it is the middleware between client and system software. In such a way we can define the operating system. Okay. Okay. Device drivers, the last one. Device drivers are the software through which the kernel of the computer communicates with different hardware without having to go into the details of how the hardware works. It is software that controls a hardware part attached to a computer and allows the computer to use hardware by providing suitable interface. Means this is the basic information about device drivers. In this lecture we have seen what is system program, then system software and application software, then system programming and application programming, then the elements of system softwares, different system softwares. After that we have seen a basic definitions of each system software. Under that we have seen assembler, compiler, editor, device driver, right, that we have seen. This is about some basic introduction to system programming and difference between system software and application software. In the next lecture we will see the next topic. My request all of you, please see it very in detail, right, what exactly these system softwares are. In the next lecture we will see a different topic. For this lecture here we conclude. Thank you.